Hello everybody. This is gonna be a short video. Well, the full moon, which is coming up in 2 days, so be ready for that. I am going to do my little ritual fun, and that'll be nice. Yay! I haven't done a ritual in a while, so this will be a good experience. Let's see, 24th. 2 days. 2 days. Get that down. Get that on your calendar. I'm already on there, but I won't. Sorry about the noise, my fan's going. Hot up here. Today was pretty okay. There's a gorgeous sunset though, and it was really, really nice here in Michigan. Good weather, and it's heading towards fall soon, and that's my favorite season. And so I really don't have much to talk about. I figured I'd tell you a little story about my ritual name, how I got that. And it's an interesting story. At first my name was Aquatico Tessitore, which is Italian, and it meant water weaver. And, well, the first one was Aqueous, but it developed into that very slowly. And my element's always been water, I've known that. I'm really good with that. I'm really good with air. I have to work on earth a little bit. But it ended up being that, and then I used plusk, which means raindrop, or something like that, as my nickname. And it was good for a while, and it felt good, and it was nice, but something happened in one of the rituals I was doing. I was like, this just doesn't quite feel right anymore. I need a new one. I need the real one. So I did a lot of soul searching, a lot of dream spells to see what I could do, and eventually what ended up happening is I came across a website that, like, various translations. I knew finally what I wanted it to mean. I wanted it to mean autumn wind. And autumn has always been my season that I've loved. I love it. It's wonderful. The weather's perfect here, and it's right around Halloween. I love Samhain so much. My favorite. Oh, fan clicking. Uh-oh. See if I can stop that. Almost. Okay. But yeah, Samhain, yes. Halloween, yes. But, I'm gonna turn it off for now, because it's being rude. What ended up happening is I eventually, decided I was just going to look through every language and just kind of wing it. And, I was like, oh, that sounds good, I like it. Latin, that's nice. Like, yeah, but Latin's kind of cool, blah, blah, blah. Spanish, I went through French, because I love French, I can speak a little bit of French, usually. But it just didn't feel right for me. And I went through and through and through, and I went through, like, 15 different languages, and I was just like, these aren't working. And I got to Swahili. And I've spoken a little Swahili from choir. We did an African song. I did that before also. We did an African song for a different choir. It was a volunteer type of thing. We didn't have to do it. I chose to, and it was fun. And it came up, and I looked at it. And I'm like, okay, let's see what it sounds like. I click the little voice thingy, and it tells me, Hösten Upepo. And I remember the word Upepo, because I've said it before, when we did Inquire, there was a song that we did and it actually said wind, mountain, all that kind of stuff. And I was like, wow, I've always liked that. I've always loved wind. And I liked the Upepo. And the Hösten Upepo, Upepo, felt good. It felt right. And ever since then, that's what I've been using, and it's perfect. I'd like to make a little short one for other people, though, a little nickname, and you could probably call me that, too. But we'll see what it ends up being and whatnot. But the grand total time, actually, I started off as Aqueous right off the bat. When I first started, I already knew what my name was. But that was my starting name. And all through the year that I've been in Wicca now, my journey has been up to my name until now. And that is my current name, and I love it, and I use it all the time, and it's perfect for me. And I'm glad I finally found it, and it was difficult, but it was worth it, I think. So, I guess, common questions for this, by the way. Your names, your ritual names, your nicknames, names, whatever. What they mean to you, if you use the ritual, if you don't tell anybody, you can, that's fine too, just tell me that you have a ritual name that you don't want to tell me, but, that maybe it means something special to you, or why you chose it, or how you chose it. Not necessarily what it is. But if you do want to tell me, just tell me what it means or something, and that'd be cool. It'd be nice to know how other people found their names and such, because mine was kind of easy. I was almost spoiled off with little translators, and it kind of sucks. Because I wish I could have put more effort into it. But I've been, like, doing my noob stuff right now, getting all the basic information and drilling that into my head, which I've managed, finally. I know my little dates and my moon phases pretty well and whatnot, so there's that. And since I have plenty of time still, I guess I'll tell you about Squiggly, which you saw in my first video, with that little picture that I showed you. Let's see if I can find it again. There he is. That's Squiggly. Okay. So we were on the way to this golf course, which is my grandpa owned it, and he's passed recently, and my dad and his brothers own it, 3 of them, and we were on the way there in my mom's car. Just me and my mom. And I look out the window, the back window, and I see this little thing. I'm like, well, what in the world is that thing? And I kind of like moved up, and it was orangish yellow, and I'm like, it's kind of a worm or bug or something. And it ended up actually being a maggot. And I was kind of like, oh, well, that's, At first I was kind of like, I don't like that. But then and then we were driving, and I was sitting in the backseat this time, because we were with, the person my mom takes care of, Bob, and he was going back to dialysis. And so I'm looking at this little creature, the entire ride there, and then when we switch, and I have to sit up front so we can go on the way to the golf course and thing, and I'm just watching it, and it's just clinging on so strong. And it was this inspirational thing, I guess, for me. And I drew it, as you can see in the little picture, and it was so nice. So we get to the golf course, and it was still there when we got there. We go and we ate, and I had really greasy food that I shouldn't have had. And we get back out there after a while, but before we get ready to go out there, horrible downpour of rain and thunder and lightning, and it went on for only like 10 minutes. It was a really quick storm, but by the time we got back outside, Squiggly was gone, and I pretty much assumed that he was dead. He drowned, which is very sad. So then I kind of like put a rest in peace thing and put a little sad face, because it's sad. And he was so strong and held on there, and I wrote that down there because that's a forever inspirational story for me. My inspirational story about maggots. That's a beautiful thing to have. Yeah, so I have a little bit of time still. And I mentioned also in the last video my astrological signs, and I thought I'd, toss them out there. I'm an Aquarius. I was born in January, which unfortunately is air, which is only half of me, because my rising is Scorpio, which is my dominant side. I think that's my water. Although I tend to be very logical and whatnot, I use a lot more creative and emotional energies when it comes right down to it. Like, decision-making is more in my heart and in my mind. That kind of thing. Although I'm very rational, I swear. I'm not insane or anything. And then Mercury and Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune are all Capricorn, which I was like, oh, that's Earth. Wow. Because I was never really good with Earth. But I think that's because I'm so introverted a lot of times when I don't know people right away. I'm kind of like, oh, hi. So that's probably why I'm a Capricorn there. And I'm kind of like, I am grounded in some degree of my life, but most of the time I'm kind of, a little insane. I'm also an Aquarius and Venus, and I'm also a Gemini, Mars, Leo, and Jupiter, and a Scorpio also in Pluto. And I have the detailed meanings of those. You can look them up. They're really easy to find. If you do, I'm not even sure what you call it. I typed in, like, moon calculator or moon rising sign calculator. And it gave me this, like, little pink website, and you type in your name and your birthday, what time you were born, and where you were born, and it asks you, like, most questions, like, latitude and longitude. I'm like, oh my goodness. So I had to go to Google Maps and, like, well, where's this hospital I thought I was born in? And it was very intense. And then I got those answers, and I kind of, like, instantly Googled them. I'm like, what does this mean? What is that? It was so, like, difficult. And I'm reading through, and I'm like, well, that's kind of almost true, I guess. Because I was pretty sure the longitude and latitude were a little off, because it was, like, these decimals. I'm like, I don't know how the heck you're supposed to type these things. They have 2 little bars. And I'm like, well, the first ones obviously go here. What in the world goes in the second bar? So I'm just going to make it a normal number and round it up. It was fun, though, and gave me some information that I'll be able to use, I'm sure. And, yeah, there's my astrologicalness, my signs. I'm into the zodiac, and eventually I'm going to try to get into astronomy, but we'll see. I have all kinds of other stuff going on with my tarot, my runes, my memorization of those and rituals and getting ready for the full moon, and eventually I'm gonna do some kind of little something. And let's see, it's the 22nd, so we're getting really close to Mabon, which I'll probably do something for. I'll have to figure something out. No matter what, when it's a fall thing, I usually do an orange or a brown, no matter what, because that's the colors for me, or like a yellow or something in that festivity. I love autumn. I cannot wait for autumn to like officially be here, and for me to be able to do my autumn rituals and whatnot. That's my favorite ones. I love them. I'll probably be even more active there because that's like my crucial period. Woo! My zen. So yeah, that's probably about it for this one. I know I like instantly make another video already. I'm like, oh, I'll probably talk to you next week. I'm like, oh well, tomorrow. But I figured I had some spare time. I really don't have much to do right now, and I'm like, well, I have some stories to tell, I suppose. And you know, I said I was going to tell them, so there they are. Yeah. Singing all the time. Sorry. I guess I do that like instinctually. I apologize. I'll try to cut down a little bit, but every time I do I'm probably gonna go a little bit, so. Intense. Yeah, check out my blog. I'm probably gonna do a post, about something related to this on there, about the beautiful sunset that I got to see tonight and how fun it was, my new glasses and all that stuff from yesterday's shopping experience. It was really fun, and I liked it, and bought a few things that I shouldn't have. Got some cucumber face, peel-off mask stuff for your skin, and oh, isn't it pretty? I love them. Oh my god, it's so funny. I have a funny story about that, and I'll tell you that on the next video about my sister. She thought my skin was coming off. I just kind of like stood there and looked at her, she's like, your meat's showing. I'm like, no. It was really funny, and I have that oil-free acne wash and stuff, and it's making my face kind of go away, I guess. And I shade, that you can tell, also, so I'm doing the fake stuff right now. I got bags on my eyes, and I hate them, like, old. Okay, well, if I talk any longer, I'm probably going to make this go too long. I'll have to make 2 videos out of it, and it's like, ooh, don't want to do that. So there's all that information. Do with it what you will, and, have a good night. I'm going to hopefully get some good sleep tonight. Talk to you later. Lots of beef. Ciao.